So we will continue with the tribal girls, Longding tribal girl that we left earlier. We will work on that, and then we will further proceed with all the other tribal portrait series that is already lined up, and um, there is no worry for you. There is nothing to worry about, because with the process, when you keep on making the artworks along with me, you will get to learn the techniques, because I will be discussing everything. Yes, you are new, but it's a regular session, and I've even planning to come up with sketching of portrait, and making portraits with oils and acrylics also. I'm planning on that. Basically, this session is about painting, and I assume that all of you can make this sketch. I will be just talking about how to how to make a portrait using watercolor properly. Okay, properly with watercolor. I basically use the layering technique of watercolor. Okay, so that is all about discussion. Let's head on to the painting. Chart paper, is it okay? No, chart paper is not at all okay. I would always recommend you to use more than 200 GSM or 200 GSM papers for watercolor paintings. Otherwise, the papers will warp heavily, and it will be very difficult for you to manage. Okay, so this is I will show you my palette also. What's what is the session? Colored pages. It is a live watercolor portrait painting session. This is my palette. It's basically Brustro tube watercolors, which I have emptied into a pan. Those who attend regularly, they know. So I was doing the face of the girl. This image, na, you can get it on Pinterest. You can just see Longding tribe. You can type, and you will get this picture. Okay. Okay. So I'm using a tri-grip synthetic Faber-Castell brush, number 12. I will take a little bit of burnt sienna. Of course, the shades you have idea about. This is the third layer I'm building. Earlier we did the first layer. In the first layer, what we did? We just did a light wash of burnt sienna on the skin portion. Okay. In the skin portion, we first I just did a wet on wet wash. A wet on wet wash on the first layer with burnt sienna. I'm really agitated by the comments of that guy. Really sorry if I'm stuttering. Okay, now this is not a wet on wet wash, it's just a layer building. Okay, I'm building the layers, and with building the layers, the effect comes. Okay. I'm taking burnt sienna only. How we build the, you know, the actual dimensions of any picture, of any image. It's all the play of light and shade. I'm just wetting my brush and I'm taking burnt sienna on the tip of my brush and I am applying it. This is the forehead part that I'm doing with burnt sienna only. Just tell me if it's visible or not. I shall zoom it in a little bit so that it's visible more clearly. You see how the dimensions are coming? It's now a little darker it appears. After drying it will become even lighter. This is the third layer. Earlier it was just a flat burnt sienna tone. Now it is a little bit of, burnt sienna dark and burnt sienna light here and there, giving the dimension of our face. Oh my, it will take too much time to dry. If you feel that, of course, watercolors take a lot of time to dry. If you feel that it is taking longer to dry, I'm giving you 2 3 options. First option is you go when you have painted one part and it's wet and it has time to dry. You can go switch to the other parts of the painting and keep painting those portions. Just like last time I painted the face, a little bit of it took it some time to dry, so I switched to the jewelry. I continued working on the jewelries, and that's how I did not waste my time until it dried. Okay, next option is you can keep a blow dryer with yourself, and after putting one layer you can immediately use the blow dryer to dry out. Make sure when it is too much of water, there will be chances of the water spreading out over here and there on the other sections, including the color, uh, when you use the blow dryer. So be a little cautious while using the blow dryer in that case. So these are the 2 options I'm giving you. You can have other options as well. You can just let it dry for some time. Otherwise, you can take it in front of a fan or under the fan and let it dry. So this is one layer. So in layering technique, we actually wait for the layer to dry until we switched it to the next layer. So until we wait for the layer to dry, we will work on a few other details. We will work on the hair with the same brush, a little bit of black. You have dryer. I had a dryer, but it got damaged somehow. The last painting that I did, I used a dryer in that. So right now I cannot use a dryer because it's damaged. I had to throw it. It doesn't take you much. On Amazon you get it for 700 or even 400 blow dryers are also there. Very small mini blow dryer you can get. that is for 400, 300 to 400, and Amazon gives a lot of discounts too, so you can get it for yourself. So working on the hair. Shows us your color and water amount taking. Show us your color. Yes, on the live session, I will tell, I'm telling you, see, this is the black for the hair that I'm using. And there is this burnt sienna that I have been using for the skin. Okay, this is the burnt sienna shade. When you buy the tubes or even the cakes, the shades will be marked. You don't have to worry. The burnt sienna and raw umber are a little bit similar in shade, so it might create confusion. Now we have this is the yellow ochre. It will come into the picture when we develop a little bit of hues on the skin in these regions. This will add some volume to the skin, and there are regions that reflect a little bit of yellowishness due to the sun's reflection, or maybe because of the skin glaze. So a little bit of yellow, very little amount of yellow ochre will come into the picture. That will come in later. And so far I have used these only, and for the beads I have used this vermilion. Okay, and building the shades around the beads so that it looks real and has dimension. I have used a mixture of crimson and magenta, and sometimes only crimson, depends on how dark the region is. And for the hair, I'm using a light wash of black right now. When it dries, I will also make sure I apply a little layer of Prussian blue. This is Prussian blue, the darkest blue in your palette. This Prussian blue, because in watercolor painting or any painting, it is not recommended by big artists. It's not recommended to use black raw, just like that. So I will be talking about the paints. Just follow what I'm speaking. Okay, while I'm drawing, you have to follow what I'm speaking along with that. And regarding loading the brush with water, this is my water vessel which I use. You can use anything. So for the first wash, let me show you here. This is the other side of the painting. For the first wash, what I did, I took water. This is my water. I took the water. I dipped it as much as possible. Okay, I loaded it as much as possible. Then I dipped it again in my vessel. Then I took the paint. Suppose I took ultramarine. Okay, ultramarine blue. I dipped my brush. I took ultramarine. Then again, I just slightly touched the paper with the brush. Okay, so this creates the first wash, and this first layer, it is called wet on wet technique. Okay, it is called wet on wet technique because the first I made the paper wet. Next, what I did, I also wet my brush, and then I took the paint. So it's like wet on wet technique. I hope you understood. This is how I developed the first layer, and it was just a flat wash. It was flat wash. There was no gradient. The gradients are developing with the layers. Okay, the gradients are developing with the layers, so no need to worry. I hope you are understanding. The second layer was similar. Okay, how I built the third layer. Just now I built the third layer in front of you all. So the second layer was similar. The paper was wet. This time it was not wet on wet. I just dipped my brush in the bowl. I dipped it little less. Okay, and I bloated also if there was excess water. So what I do is I keep on reducing the quantity of water on the tip of my brush or on my brush every time I build the next layer. This, makes it's like negative painting. You start with white and you make it. It's not negative painting. It's like actual painting only. I don't remember how negative painting is. Anyway, it's like you start with a very light white, very close to white shade, and then you put layers of lighter thank you. So layers of colors, and at the end, the regions which has to be in the dark becomes darker, and it gives the overall dimension to the whole painting. So that is how it is. That is the technique. I hope I have explained you properly. Paint with Chashme she says that she has found it very lovely. Okay, so I would like to know the person who asked the question, if the question doubt is clear. Okay. Okay. And while discussing, we can just see that our painting has dried. The last layer has also dried. So now I will, ma'am, zoom in please. Okay. Okay, I will zoom in. Okay, this much is fine. You can just go and search tribal girls, and it will be coming. Okay, tribal girl pictures. You have to little go to the search and do a little bit of search. It's a little hard work. Or maybe I can, if you want, I can, on DMs you can ask. I can share after this session. I will share you the image if you want. And now I have switched to a smaller brush. Okay, it's a Faber-Castell Tri-Grip brush only. Faber-Castell Tri-Grip synthetic brush number 8. Okay. And another thing that I would like to say is, anything that you're doing now, whatever art form you are trying to follow, lot of observation. Which color you are using right now? Just give me a second. What I was saying, whatever you are following in art right now, it takes a lot of practice and observation simultaneously. Okay, so that's why these live sessions, if you keep on observing it daily, something will definitely, even if I don't speak, if I just paint, I just sit and paint, then also something will get into your head, of course, and you will be able to paint yourself. Something you will be able to, and every day you can develop. So right now, Anjali, I am using Brewster watercolors, tube watercolors. Okay, I emptied them into a pan, ice forming pans at home. It's like homemade pan, watercolor pan set, sasta wala. So Brewster watercolor is very good. Okay, I'm not talking about Brewster watercolor. Sasta wala is in like sasta wala pan. Otherwise, watercolor pans are very costly. So, okay, just keep following. Okay, TQSM. Yeah, just keep following. And better would be if you come for this live session, sit with your notebook, sketchbook, and watercolors ready. Whatever you can, just paint with me. I will send, if you want it, I will send you in the DM the image. Make a sketch. Next day sit with the painting session. You can complete the parts that I have completed right now. And if you are new now, you can go to my YouTube channel. The previous sessions are already there up on my YouTube channel. The whole live session has been captured, and it is more advantageous because you have the playback speed option You can switch between the playback speed options. You can in fast forward the playback speed and you can watch it faster than this session. So you can watch a 1 hour session in half an hour. So it is that. You can, the YouTube channel link is there on my bio. You can go and check it. So every day I upload this session. After completing this session, I upload it on my YouTube channel. So if you have missed the previous parts, you can go watch, learn those parts, and learn that part of the session, and complete up till here, up till today's session. After that, again tomorrow we can continue. But I will be sharing you the image only if you want. Otherwise, you can do an image search on Pinterest. It is available on Pinterest. Can you please tell me how can paint different color without separation? How can you please tell me how can paint different color without? I did not get your question, Anjali. Um, can you explain what you actually want to know? I did not get your question. Now you must be seeing that some dimension has come around the nose. I'm using crimson for her lips. You can see that I'm not taking a very light hue of crimson. It's just bold. So I have taken a lot of paint this time. Okay, right away. No first wash, second wash for lips. It's not required. It's a small area, so we can directly do the lips part. Another thing, always keep a paper towel alongside. Whenever there is a color bleeding happening into a region that you don't want the color to get into, you can always use the paper towel to blot of the excess paint that is spreading. Okay, this will stop the feathering of the color. We will take a thinner brush right now, maybe a detailer. So it's a detailer by Montmartre. It's a detailer brush. I'm not able to see the number. It's detailer, the number is 1. Okay, so I'm taking this detailer brush. The eye region is not dried. I will do the lip. Really awesome, thank you. Which watercolor do you use? Angry Bird Art. I'm using Brustro watercolor tubes, and the paper is from Scholar Store. It's a general art paper, you can say. It's A4 size, 180 GSM. There is a little bit of warping, you can see. Hey, fabulous. Thank you. Thanks, Ibrahim. Thanks for joining. So, this is Play with Art. Amazing. Thank you so much, dear. A little bit of warping because the weight of the paper is light. That's why I recommend to use more than 200 or more than that GSM papers for watercolor painting. That will prevent the paper from warping. There are washes which, thank you Anjali, thank you. Keep joining, keep supporting. Okay. I'm sure you one day you will also be painting these portraits and taking your own sessions as well. So what I did right now is I took a little bit of black and I did the corners. Just give me a second. Okay, ma'am. I really love your explanation, dear artist. Thank you so much, Alfie. Thank you so much. I hope no, it's not dried yet. Okay. So we will do the hair part. We will take a little bit of using the detailer only. I'm taking a little bit of Prussian blue right now. We will also take black again, but just to balance out, balance out the black that I have used. Can you please follow me? Are you following me? It's a big headache, no? Following and unfollowing thing. For everyone, I feel. See, I can follow you, no problem. But then everyone out here will start, follow me. But that is not the intention of the session. The session is about learning watercolor, portraits, right? So be creative and keep creating more, and that is one advice I can give you for gaining followers. Yeah, I am. Okay, no problem. I'll talk to you. Okay, don't feel hopeless with losing followers or not gaining followers. That happens to every artist out here. Every artist has faced this. I'm using black again. Okay, and it's okay. Sorry, no, you don't have to be sorry. Every artist, I'm here. It's my 4th year on Instagram, and my first 3 years, no follower was increasing until I started collaborating, until I started supporting other artists. Okay, you support other artists, your friends, make more friends. Your followers will grow. And the followers will be real. Okay, you will get real followers, not followers who just follow for the sake of following. Okay, hey, your art is amazing. Thank you, Purva. So if you ask someone and make them follow you, they might not like your profile, very honestly. Okay, they might not like your profile, but still they will follow you for the sake of friendship. But then they won't engage with your posts. But if you get a follower who actually likes you, है ना? Yes, correct. Okay, so followers is not the big deal. Big deal is just keep creating. Just remember why you started with art first in the first place. थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे it is spread out, so we will cover it up, no problem. It will become, this feathering will become very light, so it's better not to paint the regions around a wet region. It will definitely feather. It is not dried, still I am painting, that's why it has happened. So we cannot do anything further, I think. Or maybe I'm using a little bit of burnt sienna with the detailer, and I'm doing this detailings. Where are you from, ma'am? I'm from Assam. First, you tell me where you are from. And if you have joined this session, keep coming, okay? Keep joining, because the consistency of, even the observation, that will help you. If you consistently observe one thing, that I'm consistently making one kind of painting every day, I will definitely make the second painting more than. I'm from Chhattisgarh, Raipur. Very good. Very nice to meet you. Okay. So if I'm making one kind of painting every day consistently, then I'm definitely going to make the second painting of the same kind much better than the first one, and again the third painting, like that. So the practice and observation both are required. It's looking little weird right now. When the eyes are done now, it will become how it should. I'm doing the eyelids right now. I feel what happened today, I feel that I should not, show my face and I will right away start the live session of painting every day. That is better, because some creepy people otherwise will annoy. I'm still thinking about it. I am really sorry for the initial hustle that happened because of that. Okay, now we will initially I told that there is a little requirement of yellow ochre. Here comes the roll. I'm again taking the brush number 8, round brush, Faber-Castell. Okay, and we will just see the roll of it. When you have taken excess of water, you can bloat it, or excess of paint, sorry, you can bloat it or diffuse it with some more water if the space is permitted, like that. See, this was the requirement of yellow ochre. Now you must be able to figure why we required, right? The hues are coming, the dimension of her face, that is coming. Wow, yes. So when are you showing your version of this girl? What is it called? Longding Tribal Girl. When are you showing it? Yeah, I get how to paint. Yes. I, I'm really happy that I'm able to help you. Okay. Again, the detailer brush, you can see. The yellow color really made a difference. Yes. That is required actually. The painting is not complete yet. When it completes, then the... And one thing, whenever you must be watching many reels, many process videos, right? So sometimes the initial painting looks very weird. I'm using a little bit of Prussian blue here, okay? It looks very weird. It doesn't make any sense, but when the final picture comes out, when you post it, ma'am, on YouTube, which paper is it? It is Scholar Store drawing sheet. Scholar Store. It's a brand in India only. This will spread. Let it dry first. I will let it dry first, and a little bit of hair. Use. I would recommend you to use Canson paper. Okay, Archie's is little costly. If you can afford it, please go for Archie's paper, the best quality paper I have ever seen. But since the sketchbook is very small, I'm not using it for this portrait series. I want to teach something, so it should not... You know, I'm into music also. So what we do in music, we practice it daily. We listen to the same thing every day, almost similar. There are ragas and everything, and we practice that same thing every day, and it improves the vocal. You know, it's like brushing and improving the vocal every day with the same things. That's how with the painting also. How mathematics is. You practice similar kind of numericals every day and you become a master in it. Some people say that certain people are not good in mathematics, but I won't say that. Everybody can be good in mathematics. Just you have to practice. So portrait or any kind of art is also the same. The more you practice, and I'm teaching and I feel that I'm learning more when I'm teaching. It gives Mag paintbrush you. Can you please sing 2 lines of your favorite one? This session is not for singing, dear. I will hello. Ashanmol Kasim. You can definitely listen to my songs. Okay, it is there on my personal page. The shape of her forehead is little bit like this. I have corrected it using the paint. It was little perked initially in the sketch. You are too good. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thanks for joining. Okay. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. So here a little bit of Prussian blue and black. I'm mixing both. Okay. Using this one. I'm picking for the jawbone. Not direct black. I'm not using direct black. For the jawbone. and it is already 9:54. Okay, art by Lavina. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. It's already 9:54, guys. We have to end the session soon. Little bit around this cheekbone. You're welcome, dear. Thank you so much. Okay, and it will, meanwhile it will dry, and we will continue the rest of the painting tomorrow. And of course I'm really scared to show my face, because what happened today was really horrible for me. Someone was commenting very creepy things uh, when I initially started the session. This is a painting session. There are some people who feel that all the girls who come live and they want to show their talent, they are, bad girls. So it is not like that. Okay, um, they just think that girls are, objects. They have this kind of perception. Such kind of people are there in India and everywhere. So of course there is a limit till we ignore, and then there is a limit which after which they cross, we become, we have to revolt. Yes, ignoring is the thing. Right now we should ignore him only. But such things, when I would not I will just delete that part while uploading on my YouTube channel. Haters are there to always demean people. Exactly, ignore them, please. Yes, exactly. So there is a little bit of correction in the job on which I'll do. So sorry guys, you will obviously able to see me. I भाड़ में जाए ऐसे लोग यार. Yeah, exactly. So it's not that I'm scared, I'm a little rattled by the thing that happened. The whole purpose of this session, I feel like I could not deliver it from the heart today. छोटी सोच वाले लोग हैं. Exactly. So I felt that I could not deliver it from my heart because of such bad person coming into my live session. Okay. Anyway, I won't waste much of your time. I got a lot of questions today, which I really enjoyed, and it was very interactive. It's really enjoyable for me, guys. Thanks for joining. Keep joining every day, and connecting with you all made me feel really happy. And all this, how you are supporting me, that is also amazing. Thank you so much, guys. And you can go to my YouTube channel. I will upload this session on my YouTube channel. If you have not watched it from the beginning, you can watch it and recreate my artwork. I am also, hosting this giveaway that will end on December 15th. 15th only, yeah. So till December 15th you have this chance to participate in this giveaway. And there also the criteria is that you have to recreate one of my artworks from my YouTube channel. The best one will be handpicked by me, and the winner will be decided on that. And it's a grand giveaway. It's a set of more than 10 art material sets from EBS, and one set of personal care product from Oriflame. So you can participate in that. Definitely you can participate, and there are a few other conditions. Hope you will come live again soon. I will come live again tomorrow, dear, of course, at the same time, only on Tuesdays, or otherwise if I have any urgent work where I will definitely notify on my story. So you can join at that time every day at 9 p.m. Okay. Otherwise, YouTube channel recorded version is also there. I would better recommend you to be better be in the live session, because these interactions won't be possible in the recorded version. Okay. Okay, then see you guys. Bye. Take care.